Hello, it's Mark from Worth It Repairs by Mark, and today we're working on an iPhone 16 doing a battery replacement on it. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. First, grab your P2 pentalobe screwdriver and unscrew the two screws from the bottom. To take out the battery, you're going to want to heat up the back of the phone to take off the back glass to get the battery out, and you can get it replaced. It's super easy. They did try to make it easier for you to replace the battery where you electrify the battery's adhesive and it just pops out like easy. Honestly, if you're just doing this yourself, you could probably just use a plastic pry tool and some alcohol and it works just fine. And I did that in a different video where I took it all the way apart and that's how I took it out. But if you want to be professional about it, I'm going to show you the professional way of how to remove the battery on this iPhone and also how to replace it. So we're going to use a suction cup and we'll use some alcohol and our heat gun to heat up the back of the phone. My heating pad didn't get it hot enough while I was working on this. It really just has to be like too hot to touch to get a good pry on this. Normally I use an Apple OEM screen remover tool, which I'll link in the description if you want to get one, but they're a bit expensive if you're just doing this for one battery replacement. I did, in fact, record this video on an iPhone 16, so I really enjoy the camera on this thing. I hate to have to get rid of the phones when I'm done with these videos, but please like and subscribe, and then maybe I get to keep them. Oh, I don't know. Anyways, we're just going to pry off the back here. You'll start with your metal pry tool and then go straight down into the frame and then use a suction cup at the same time. Once you get your metal pry tool underneath the edge of it, then you'll get your plastic pry tool and slide the plastic pry tool around the edges because you don't want to use a plastic pry tool or the metal pry tool and short something out inside the phone. I used my heat gun here because it's not coming up. It is really hard to get off, but the biggest weapon you can use against that is heat. So use a heat gun. I'll leave a link in the description below of all the tools that I use during this video, so then you guys can do it yourself. As we use a suction cup, we get a lift on it, get our metal pry tool underneath, and then put our plastic pry tool underneath the back glass with some alcohol, and then work your way around near the camera side because the cables aren't over there. And then work your way to the side the cables are at, and then you can lift it up from the left to the right. And then we will grab out a screwdriver. Before we get too far into the video, I want to show you today's sponsor. This is Cell Helmet's fast charging dash mount. It is perfect for me on my way to work so I can go fix some stuff and listen to music. And I also love to put this thing on my desk when I'm working on these great videos for you guys. Please check out their website in my description. We got the back glass off, so now we'll grab our Y000 screwdriver bit and connect it on our iFixit screwdriver, and then we will unscrew the two screws holding down the bracket that holds down the battery connection and also your back glass connection with the wireless charging and the flashlight on it. Once you get that removed, you'll remove the bracket by pushing it towards the battery, sliding it basically, so then it will just slide right out, and I normally grab it with some tweezers as well. As soon as the part becomes available, I'll pin on the comments where you get the part, but right now the part isn't available, and I take the part from a different iPhone 16 I was using in another video. Grab out your plastic spudger, and we're going to disconnect the battery connection as that connector that has a plus and minus sign on it, which makes it nice and easy to tell. And then we'll use our plastic spudger to disconnect the back glass, which has the wireless charging pad. Use your flat end of your spudger to disconnect the back glass part, and you can pull it right off. And then we're going to get the loudspeaker removed with our PH000 screwdriver and get ready to do the battery removal the safest way possible. After removing all the P000 screws, we'll grab a Y000 screwdriver bit and we'll remove the final screw holding down the loudspeaker, and then it will just come out nice and easy right down here on the bottom left. We got our DC power supply set at 9 volts, which didn't get it out as fast as I wanted it to. I turned it up to 12 volts and I was able to get it out right away. You put the red, the hot on the metal piece where the old adhesive pull tabs would be, and then on a ground piece like a standoff screw. You'll want to use a suction cup to pull it out safely, and it comes out like smooth like butter. But this isn't really the right to repair in my sense of mind. It's a good thing for repair shops because they're going to be able to get them out because they have a DC power supply sitting around. But a home user is going to have to rig some sort of thing or just do it the old-fashioned way with alcohol, heat, and just a plastic pry tool and pry it out. Right now, I'm just testing the phone to make sure that the battery's going to work. After I electrified the adhesive out, or the battery out, I was wondering if it would stick back in, and it won't stick back in. And if you put it back in like that, you're going to certainly break your phone and have some sort of board issue or just break the battery out. Hopefully that's the worst, not the worst case scenario that's going to happen, but you're going to just want to use old-fashioned adhesive, just like all the older phones. Just double-sided tape. I'll link it in my description below until they have it available. They might make it available where you can buy the electrified adhesive, which would be nice for battery replacements from OEM parts. But it doesn't even matter. So this phone started out as a teal phone, and I'm going to change it into a blue phone. So we're going to put the back glass of the blue phone on the teal one, and then just check to see if the part is paired to the same Apple ID, if it will work or not. I think it's really cool that you can put like custom back glass colors on your phone and make it a little bit more customized. So when you have a clear case, you have a same type of iPhone as everyone else, but also a little bit different. And being a tech enthusiast like myself, I thought I would like a phone like that to record videos with and show people it. I wanted to note that I did put the battery from the blue phone inside the teal phone with the blue back glass and tried to do the part pairing with the new battery, and it didn't work. And then I restarted it and did a force restart, and the back glass actually registered and said it was going to work, but not the battery. So you still can't see the battery health, even if you replace the battery with an OEM battery. Lay the battery across the adhesive. You're going to want to connect the battery connection, and then you push up the battery against the connection and then lay down the battery flat on your adhesive. So then you don't have to pry it out because it's uneven when you try to connect the battery at the end. So make sure you do it in that step process. Otherwise, you're going to have a hard time with the battery. After you get the battery in, you'll put the unplug it, and then you'll put the loudspeaker back in, put the back glass on, turn it on, make sure everything's working. I just want to make sure you guys know I put the original battery back in at the end of the repair because I needed the phone to have the battery health in it when I was done. And I was disappointed in the fact that battery health doesn't transfer still. Maybe they'll change that in some update. Maybe there'll be a core swap again. Oh no, this is not good. I don't know if I like this phone anymore. I know what it is. Apple probably is just going to only sell their batteries on their website, and then they'll serialize it for you, and you can't do an OEM battery swap, even though they made the battery easier to remove without damaging the actual battery, which makes no sense at all, but maybe something went wrong with the repair. It didn't pair because I didn't have cellular on the phone. I thought maybe it had to do with cellular because I didn't have cellular on the phone. I'm not quite sure about this one, you guys. I don't know why battery health didn't work when it was supposed to. That's what I was led to believe. But as you can see, we got the blue back glass on the teal phone now, and it is customized. I don't have pre-cut adhesive yet, so I'm going to use liquid adhesive to put it all back together. Please like and subscribe and share, and leave a comment below if you have any questions. Thanks.